to do that one. But yes. Leon, help me. Today, I didn't feel like making myself the theme of Ashley, because I'm kind of doing all these in one day. Um, but yes, the weak character that some love and some despise. Ashley Graham. This image I thought was really funny, like how they were critiquing her outfit. I actually like the old one, but I could see the design flaws. But I mean, like, if you're walking around in a place like that, you would want some tall boots. Uh, but actually, I feel like this one is gonna be a good one because it's not just like the surface level with her. I feel like there is a bit of personality changes with her character in this game as well, versus just the appeal and like graphic change and details of the character. So let's get started. Alrighty. Okay. So yeah, the old design they had, I think with both designs, actually, I'll do it like this, yeah. So like she has like the dopey ears, and I actually do like the dopey ears. She has like a very baby-faced look, very childlike, and I think that they did that to just kind of give like the quick surface level of like she's like in it, well, not necessarily innocent, but inexperienced. Um, I think that was kind of an important thing with her in the original because of that. Um, but even though she has like this naivety look with her, she does kind of have like a bit of a sassy attitude in the original versus the remake, and I will have it to where I actually watch a video on this one. I'm gonna have a video as I'm doing the video. Um, but yeah, I will get more into depth on that. But yeah, the character design, when I see like the colors, I think of fall time. Like I'm like, oh, it's like a fall time, like it's like a good season of change and all that. So I think like with the oranges, like a fall look would make more sense, and I kind of like how they did that. But I think that they did like try to like kind of make her her own person with that, with the original design. So like that's why she has like a weird outfit and stuff. Um, but yeah, let me do the compare first, and then we'll do the remakes more. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you could tell like there's still like that innocence look or innocent look with Ashley in the remake, but she looks more reserved. And then the one on the left for the original, she's actually not as reserved. Like she knows like that she is like, I feel like that she like could defend herself more, even though like she is a weak character. There are instances where you can see that she does defend herself in situations verbally, but like physically she can't defend herself. And I think with the remake they actually did kind of make her extra weak on that, and I'll explain why in a moment. Um, but that's just my opinion. Everybody's different. But let's see. Let me get to it. So like yeah, they do have like more emotion with her in this. I think like of a more sad approach. Like on the obviously like on the image bottom right, she was not under control and was basically possessed, and like she didn't want to hurt Leon, and basically she like did have like emotion through, even though like she was like out of control based on like the virus and all that. um I do think they made her look extra scared in this one. Like she's like more like, holy shit, what am I dealing with? Like, what am I gonna do kind of thing. Like she has like that scared look and stuff more. And then like yeah, in the end like you can see she's happy and stuff. So I wanted to share that one. But let's actually, I didn't do a full image one of her, but well, this is good enough. So like I think that they gave her like a more regal appearance in this one because of like her quote social status, the president's daughter. She like look, compared to the other one, I feel like this one looks like she has more money. Oh shit. Oh, okay, I got it. Sorry. Anyways, it looks like she. Okay. So sorry about that. But yeah, basically, yeah, she has a more regal look. She looks like more proper. She's proper, prim, more classy. She's more reserved in this one, and I think with that design approach, it makes more sense. Like, she's innocent, but it's like you could see when you look at her just initially, you could tell, like, okay, like, she has, like, a high, like, social class status to her. Um, and it's not, like, a whole. I don't know, you could definitely tell, like, that she looks like she dresses really nice and has that proper prim look, and you could tell that, like, she's got money, and it's not usually like that, but that's what I'm thinking, like, with this, and this is just an analysis and stuff. But I do think the jacket approach was really good, especially with the weather in the game and stuff. The weather in the game, the way they did that was really impressive in the remake, and I think that they did a really good job with portraying that and such. But more on her. Let's see. When I look at her, um, yeah. So like, they both, like, in the original and the new, they're both still weak characters, and they still, like, get in danger, so like they have to, like, kind of be like that in order for the game to work, because like you're on a mission and you gotta rescue. um so also with the innocent approach, I think that with them making her more innocent and naive looking, it kind of makes it where it's easy for her to fall for Leon, because like he's got experience and stuff, and they wanted to, like, kind of make that little funny, like, approach with the whole, like, romance and stuff, where she, like, it's kind of like they did, like, a romantic theme with it, because, like, you know, like, she is going through all these dangers, being protected by somebody in this beautiful place, like in the castle portion. Like, I felt like they kind of did, like, a bit of a romantic theme with that. And I think with the vampire, like, cosmetics that are in the game, that would be really interesting to play. Like, I could see that vampiric thing, and I'm glad that they did include that for this one. Now, I will show the very infamous, famous scene that we all know with the ballistics. And after I have us watch that, I will kind of give my analysis onto why, like, in a way, that the original was a little bit more strong willed versus the remake, and I will show you why. So, give me just a moment here. I am going to display my capture. Alrighty, here we go. The one and only.
Leon! Small world, eh? Well, I see that the president's equipped his daughter with ballistics, too.
How rude! And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Her name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Is she... well, you know...
Don't worry. She's cool.
Never mind. There's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Look!
Ashley, upstairs.
Okay, it's game time. You.
Hey, listen, bumped earlier.
Yeah, fuck that.
Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name, Miss Ashley. You are?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Very good questions, unfortunately.
Hide, now.
Okay. It's game time.
I don't know why they added the extra music with that.
Get that.
Ah,
Savannah, if you
get
don't
out
your
commercial.
moisturized hands
No.
off my body wash.
Ah, my screen. Oh God. Okay. Anyways, back to it. So after watching that, so yes, the original she's more bratty, but like, yeah, they had more sexual undertones in the game and stuff for the original. But I think what makes her stronger in that scene in the original is because she's like immediately defensive, like, excuse me, like, why the hell are you talking to me like that? Like, that's the approach I get. And she does this kind of like, yeah, I'm the president's daughter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like that was actually a really important character moment for her because, like, even though, like, she is, like, the victim in the game a lot of the time, and you are spending your time trying to defend her and, save her, and you're on the mission, she knows, like, what's right and wrong, and she was, like, able to defend herself. But the remake one, on that scene, like, of course they, like, took away, like, that sexual undertone. But, like, you could tell, like, the guy was still, like, a pervert. Like, oh, like, there's a girl here, blah, blah, blah. Well, not really like that, but you know what I mean. But she was just, like, very meek and, like, timid. And I know that she is supposed to be that character, but I didn't feel like she was as defensive as she should have been. Like, I think they did try to give her, like, a more, like, honorable, polite, and respectable approach. So, like, that's kind of, like, the difference. Like, the one's, like, more sassy, and, like, she like, basically is letting people know. Like, she'll let people know, like, hey, like, you're being a dick or whatever. But in the remake one, she's just kind of like, oh, like, I'm meek and weak and all that. But I kind of have a hard time with this one because she is, like, a more defenseless character. So it's, like, easier to, like, backlash on that. But I did think that both of those scenes, like, the comparison was an interesting thing to see just based on that. Like, you could tell so much about, like, the difference between their characters based on that scene alone. But yeah, yeah, it definitely is interesting with the changes they took. I do feel like they did a good job with her still. But specifically with, like, that scene, you could really tell, like, a big character difference. But let's look up some other things with the characters. Let's see. Let me try to change the images up on here. That way you guys aren't looking at everything that's all the same. I'm not very good at this. Okay. Yeah, it's all crazy right now. But let's look up kind of, like, the themes of orange. I like to Google things because it's easy. Orange symbology, or symbolism. Because it's associated with optimism and energy, many brands use orange to convey a message of positivity. If you're looking to get your audience excited about something, go for orange. It's an attention-grabbing, warm color that really pops when combined with cool blue or green tones. And then, I'll try sweaters. Is there sweater symbolism at all? I'll do orange sweater. Okay, so this doesn't have an orange one, but sweaters symbolize comfort, and they're a wonderful way to express oneself. So I could see that, like, she's, like, kind of like a comforting looking character, so they did want to do, like, the positive comforting feeling with her with that. But yeah, she I think that the character design was changed in, like, the more they did give her the more classy approach. And, like, the other one, like, she's, like, younger and more stubborn. Like, you could tell that, like, I forgot to actually get one image of her up here. Hold on, I gotta do it. It's too funny. Because it did make me think of that scene, that we had just watched. Let's see. Yes. This one. Yeah, so, like, you could tell, like, she gets annoyed and stuff. So it's kind of funny, like, how they, like, changed that. Like, she's more sassy annoyed and like stubborn in the original, but in the remake it's like she's so scared and like afraid and like, oh my god, I don't want to die, can like this person please help me? So I could kind of see that. Like, it's interesting how they changed that aspect of it. um so yeah, in a way they're still kind of two different characters, just from like those, from certain key moments and interactions. And then of course with the pervasion stuff with the ladder, like as you can see in the games, like they took that away. They took a lot of that kind of stuff out of the remake. But I did think it was kind of funny. So when I first played the game, I did it by accident. I wasn't, because I'm a girl and I was just trying to aim and like do whatever, and I didn't know that like that was a thing. And she's just like, "Oh, you pervert!" And I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm trying to just do my job. What the heck?" So I do like how they added that sassiness to her in the original. Um, but I think like it would make sense, like, yeah, like in a more realistic approach, you don't want to like just like have the sex appeal for a character that you're rescuing, because it's like he's more on the mission and he's trying to do an important task. And with that one, they just had those funny little undertones and stuff in the original. Oh, another weird symbology thing I wanted to show, or not a symbolism thing, but just something I thought was kind of interesting, and I kind of thought deeper on this, maybe more than most people. But let me get it up. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna show both of them. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Okay, so yeah, let me get the other one. Da, 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 da. I am inexperienced, but I can do my job of making things work. Okay. Here, actually, let's do this. Sorry, I'm adjusting more than I should, but I am learning and having fun. Okay, so like, excuse me, I am struggling. Okay, so like this moment here, like they still have like the sex appeal in both the games, and the reason I'm going to say that are those like weird undertones they try to do. I don't know why, but when I see this, and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like her sitting on the barrel, like while your character's in the shooting range, like it's meant to be, the shooting range is meant to be like a relaxing moment in the game, and like for you to take your time and just have fun, and like that's one of the fun things about the game is the shooting range. Like I absolutely love that. Though I found that like so enjoyable, and I would like play that as a full video game almost because it's just so fun. But I felt like the way that they had her like on the barrel was kind of like she's like a trophy almost. Like they kind of made it look like she's like a trophy to be won with her sitting on the barrel like that. So like yeah, she's like having fun with that, but I do see like a more deeper meaning with that, with the way they have her like on the barrel and stuff, like while you're on the shooting range. So like the other character, like God, I forget his name, but yes, when he's like there, he's like leaning on the barrel, but he's like still like, yes, I'm like handsome and all that. So they did try to keep that appeal in a way in the game still, but they definitely toned it down, I would say, on certain things. I'm not really sure how this character analysis went. I thought I was gonna do better on this one than I did. But I do hope that this was enjoyable. Just let me know if you have suggestions. If you want me to do other characters, comment below. I don't have very many things on here, but I figured this would be a fun thing for me to do, like in my spare time, to like be pepped up and kind of become a better analyst and stuff and talk about things I enjoy more. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think. But yeah, see you the next time. Bye.